Removable doors. So we sell a lot of different styles of custom doors here for us. Our build your own starboard door, etc. I think that they're broken down into a couple different styles, right? The removable and non-removable doors. So, we've got one example of a removable door here, lift out door with toe kick, etc. We're going to break down some of the pros and cons. And Matt, I'm going to throw to you first to kind of go through why somebody would want something like this versus another style of door for us.
Yeah. So we have 3 different styles of removable doors, right? This is our standard lift out door. It has a little U-shaped retainer down here. The top half of the door hinges down. You slide the bottom half out and you've got full access to whatever you're working on in there so that you're not leaning on the door, potentially breaking it, damaging the hinge, damaging the frame, whatever it may be. The other 2 styles are, one of them is very similar to this. It is a lift out style with the hinge across the midsection, but it has a toe kick. It's intended so that, say for example, your console doesn't come all the way down to the deck. The cutout, the cutout does come all the way down to the deck. So there isn't anything to attach a frame to down there, and you still want to close out the area. It does a really good job of that, and still gives you all the access that you need whenever you remove the door out. But if you need quick access, you got quick access.
Right.
The other style is a single panel removable door where it has hooks on the back of the door that grab the frame. And TJ, you've used those before.
Yeah, I had one on my my old skiff and it worked great. Definitely there are some advantages having like the one with the toe kick because you eliminate that bottom side of the frame. Mm-hmm. It gives you, easier access inside the console. Mm-hmm. But it worked great. It was very easy to remove and didn't get in the way when I had to get inside and work inside the console, mm-hmm. and very easy to put back in when I was finished.
So, right. A lot of cases we're talking about console, these doors are used, of course, for a console to be able to gain access there. Mm-hmm. In some cases, this door is hinged halfway down. You think of a larger door is not going to be able to hinge out because it could potentially hit the leaning post or
right.
whatever.
So some of the reasons you might look at using a lift out door like this is exactly like what you're describing. Maybe you're on an 18-foot skiff. I can think Hughes, Maverick, a lot of those guys have used removable doors on the back of their console for gaining access because you don't have a big area for a door to hinge and swing out of the way. It might hit the rear casting platform or bench seat or whatever may be there. It could be a leaning post. It could be, I just don't want a hinged door because when I'm working in there, it's going to annoy the heck out of me. Right. And so you want to get it out of the way.
Like bilge access, et cetera. We've done a lot of those lift out the one with the chocks at the bottom.
Yeah, the single panel mm-hmm. removable door. And that's really nice from the sense of simplicity and convenient in areas where you don't have to regularly get in there.
Yep.
Right. If all you're doing is you're taking the door panel out to turn the battery switch on and you're putting it back there and you're not going in there the rest of the day, that's pretty easy. Mm-hmm. Right. And it gives you good access to work in the space. And you don't necessarily need a hinge across the midsection or a door that, you can't really put a seal in.
Right.
Because these doors slide in and out. Typically, they're not built with a seal.
Right.
Right. Where a single panel door with the hooks on the back can be built with a seal. It'll be mm-hmm. a little less noisy, a little less prone to rattle and such.
So that's a good point. I feel mm-hmm. like everything we've talked about up to this point, it's been pros, right? Mm-hmm. Let's go to the cons, right?
Yeah.
This door doesn't have a seal, which
right.
means that it's going to rattle.
Right.
Right. Not as good as having a seal. So what else? You've got the water resistance that would be there. What is another con of having a removable versus a hinge door that's permanently affixed to the frame?
You got to find something to do with the door panel when it's out, mm-hmm. right? What am I going to do with it? If you're going to have it out for an extended period of time, am I going to put it down in a hatch? God forbid you're working on wiring on the console when you're out fishing because mm-hmm. something's gone wrong. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you're not super concerned and you're just chucking that thing across the deck, mm-hmm. but one way or the other, you still have to figure out something to do with it when you're getting in there.
Yep. So pros gives you easier access. Cons, you could remove the door. Plus, it doesn't give us the option in some of these cases. You talk about the removable door having seal, but mm-hmm. a lot of like the lift out door here or lift out door with toe kick mm-hmm. can't have seal.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Any other cons you want to bring up, or you think that's much it?
Outside of that, no. I mean, these doors are really functional. They serve a really good purpose. One of the benefits to the single panel door I can think of versus something like this. This door is going to swing all the way down. That single panel door only has to come out, a couple inches before you can take the whole thing out.
Sure.
So if you really have a tight access, then it's convenient to be able to get that out of there without having to move it very far.
Awesome.
Right.